Welcome to the Go Developers Podcast, where we dive into all things Go programming, project structures, and best practices. I'm your host, and today we're delving into a fascinating topic, the standard layout for Go application projects. If you've ever wondered how to organize your Go projects effectively, stay tuned. Let's kick things off with a broad overview. Did you know that there's no official standard for structuring a Go project? That's right. While we have common patterns that many developers gravitate towards, it's essential to remember that these are largely community-driven. So what does that look like? The basic layout begins with a few key directories. First up, we have the /sem directory, which holds the main applications of your project. Each executable should reside here, named aptly, like /sem/myapp. It's like the front door to your project. It should invite other developers in without overwhelming them with unnecessary details. Then we get to this internal directory. This is a crucial aspect. Any code here is private and can't be imported by other projects or libraries. Think of it as your project's secret garden, a place for code you want to keep under wraps. Following that is the /pgig directory, which houses library code meant for external use. If there's a function you're proud of and want others to benefit from, this is the spot. However, a word of caution. Ensure this code is stable and well documented because external users will come knocking. Now, I find it interesting how the layout also includes directories like /vendor for handling dependencies. With the advent of Go modules, managing these dependencies has become easier, yet it's still vital to keep them organized. Have you ever faced dependency hell? It's not just a tech term, it can bring your project to a grinding halt. Let's not forget the role of the /configs, /scripts, and /build directories. These serve practical purposes, storing configuration files, running scripts, and handling CI/CD processes. It keeps everything tidy, something many developers aspire to achieve, right? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. The layout also encourages you to have an /examples directory. This is where you can provide practical cases showcasing how to use your code, which can be incredibly beneficial for new users. It's like having a manual right in the package. And for those of us who are curious about documentation, there's the /docs directory for all of your design and user documents. Providing clear documentation sets a great precedent for anyone stepping into your project. Now, I want you to think about how these directory structures can actually help you when working with a team or contributing to open source. Are you keeping it organized to avoid hidden dependencies? What about when scaling your project? In our community, it's also essential to stay updated with best practices and learn from others, like the talks from GopherCon, which emphasize the importance of structuring your Go applications thoughtfully. To wrap things up, the Go project layout is more than just a template. It's a guideline that strives to keep your work manageable, collaborative, and effective. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all, but adopting these structures can significantly enhance your development experience. Before we sign off, I'd love for you to ponder this. How do you currently organize your Go projects? What challenges have you faced, and have these guidelines inspired you to rethink your structure? Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Go Developers Podcast. Be sure to tune in next time, where we'll explore more about Go best practices and tips for building efficient applications. Happy coding!